Here we have a new 2025 Cadillac CT5. Now this one comes in the sport trim level. Black Raven's the color. We get jet black with black accent leather interior. Powertrain consists of a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, and that's made it to a 10-speed automatic transmission. So really love the blacked out look here on this Sport. To the front end, we get our LED headlamps and LED daytime running lights. Great look there. Love the mesh grille for the Sport. Just very aggressive, almost like a Batman kind of appearance in my opinion. Now down here, these are gonna be 19-inch alloy wheels, like the design of those on the Sports. We get passive keyless entry on the front. And then over here, we get our one-touch automatic up and down windows on all 4 doors, power mirror controls. We do get blind spot monitors, memory seat functions, power door locks, and then that's how we can open our trunk. We get the standard 15-speaker AKG premium sound system. Electronic parking brake here. We can go through our gauges there. And then hood release back there. You can see the Sport pedals, which I really like. Power tilt and telescoping steering wheel. And then here's our power driver's seat with 4-way power lumbar and massage. And then you can see we have the thigh support there. But I want to give a big thank you to Cadillac of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this CT5 Sport today. I'll leave a link below in the description. And if you're looking to find something closer to home and you don't necessarily worry about the lifetime powertrain warranty that's offered here, click on that second link down below. It takes a minute to fill out your information. I'll make sure local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on one of these. But I'm gonna squeeze back here in the back seat. Now this is one of the last cars that GM produces, so not too much space back here with the seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, but not terrible. I'm 6'3". I'm pretty tall, have longer legs. My head, or at least my hair, is just barely brushing the headliner there, and you can see my legs are not all the way behind the seat, but not terrible. Your kids can still fit back here. You get seat back pockets on both sides, AC vents there, USB-C port, and then a 12-volt. There's a look at the front from back here. And there's a sunroof when the sunshades are up. And then our middle seat folds down. Bottle holders are there. Top tethers for the car seats if you ever need them are there. And then grab handle. LED reading lights throughout. Let's make our way towards the back. Gotta lift myself out of here. Now as we come around to the back end here, beautiful. And they did a great job when they did this slight refresh on the CT5. And it really does make a big difference, I think, compared to the outgoing model. Still get that dual exhaust there. And then trunk space here is pretty reasonable, I think, for a sedan. Side pocket here, and then you have either an inflator kit or a spare underneath there, depending on how it's equipped. Fuel filler. Now if you want to fold the back seat flat, pull here. Longer objects can go through the middle there. And then pretty easy to just snap it back into place. You have your lower latch anchors down here for your car seats if you ever need to use them. And then to our front passenger seat, same adjustability as the driver's side, including the thigh support. You get power, massage, and then 4-way power lumbar. Look at the trim there. Lockable glove compartment. And then we'll take a quick look at the window sticker here. Now, I like how this is equipped standard, but this does have a few options. I don't necessarily need the leather. I can take the Interlux or whatever that leatherette is. Don't really need the sunroof, but I'll take it. So that's the difference between a $48,595 standard price and then a $54,289 price there. So, I mean, still not bad. But as we come back around to the front end, just gonna take a quick look in the engine bay. There's that 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder. Let's go ahead and hop in the driver's seat. And before we do that, I do want to show how these blinkers look. So I like those. So those are LED as well, turn signals in the side view mirrors. And then while we're in here, that's the sound of the turn signals. And I like that the left blinker's over there, right blinker's over there. But nice leather wrap steering wheel here. We can turn the heat on, touch of a button. There's the horn. Over here to the screen, this is the new Google Assistant system, which I've grown to love, honestly. We get wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, AM, FM, XM, along with Bluetooth, Google News, Alexa, podcast, and then the USB drive as well. The Google Maps system here, you want to have a subscription to get the full array of features there. But really like the system in general. And then you have your vehicle status, which is pretty cool. So you can check out engine air filter life, brake pad life, tire pressure monitors, and all of that. And then you have separate menus if you just want to see the numbers and not necessarily the animation there. Now for the cameras, backup is there. You get the birds, or the top down view, excuse me. And then front camera's there. And then you also have the overhead and side views on each camera there. Ambient lighting can be set up. We get dual zone automatic climate control, so you can either activate it through the screen or you can use the knobs down here below. And then you can cut the whole system on or off there. And then the only other thing I want to show is in the settings, you can go here and change your vehicle settings, which include the rear seat reminder, teen driver, excuse me, and then buckle to drive and your Super Cruise lane change. You can adjust that. And then you can also go down to the system settings down here and adjust your language as well as your units of measurement. But this one does have the optional cooled seats. So you have heated cooled seats, automatic park assist, hazards there, lane keeping system, that 360 camera, which pulls up that top down view and then the side view to make sure you're in the spot right. And then wireless charging pad there, storage here, drive mode you can go through. And then you get, let me see if I can pull it up. You get Tour, Sport, Snow and Ice, and then My Mode. And then on top of that, your traction control toggles there, your auto stop you can turn off here, your automatic brake hold you can toggle there. And then you have shortcuts, volume knob, and then the big knob to scroll through the radio here. The cursor, I should say. Now for the shifter, grab this button on the left, pull down for drive, tap for manual, pull up for neutral, grab the button, pull all the way up for reverse, press P for park there. Then bottle holders are there. Center console cubby space here. You get a USB-C, USB-A port, and a 12 volt. And then we have our roof there when the sunroof, or when the sunshade is back. And we can one touch slide the front here, and that'll go all the way back behind. Here's a view of the back from up here. And then over here, universal home remote, sunroof controls, OnStar, and there are your reading lights there. Now back behind the steering wheel, blinkers. When the low beams are on, high beams can be toggled there, flash, and then you have your auto high beams you can turn on or off there. You do get your rain sense wipers, so you have the automatic wiping mode. That's one time off, auto, low, high. You can adjust that auto sensitivity there. Pull up here for the front wiper fluid. And then to the left side of the steering wheel, since we do get standard adaptive cruise, we can turn that on or off there, cancel, adjust the speed, gap adjust there. And then we do have the voice recognition, mute. And once you activate your adaptive cruise, we can turn on Super Cruise there. Volume here, track list, radio station presets can be adjusted there depending on what audio source you're in. And then you can hit this to actually go through your audio sources with this scroll bar. And then you have a Bluetooth phone button there. You have paddle shifters behind the steering wheel, so when you're in that manual mode, you can use those. And then again, you can adjust your gauge cluster views here. So gauge, map, clean. Have those options there. Then our push button starts here. Finally, our key fob with remote start is right here. But next, let's go ahead and take this 2025 Cadillac CT5 Sport out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in the CT5 Sport here, I love this powertrain setup. 2-liter turbo 4, mated with a 10-speed. And this is why I wish GM would have kept the Malibu, because the Malibu would be such a good vehicle to kind of go with the CT5 as a budget model. But I freaking love this powertrain. It's so quick, it's so efficient, sounds so good. And I'm not even giving it anything. So I'm gonna put it into the sport mode. Well, it was already in sport. But I'm gonna put it there, give myself some space, and let's give it a pull. So didn't want to redline it because it is a new vehicle, but I mean, it's quick, just not even trying in the sport mode there. And I'll go ahead and take that off. Let's see if we can demonstrate the Super Cruise. So I turn adaptive on, then I just hit the Super Cruise button. And there it is there. So lane centering, full on adaptive cruise there. And I can just kind of relax back here. And that's just a quick demonstration. You get the steering wheel indicator that lights up. It kind of shows you everything is green, so everything's working. And then when I get off this exit lane, it's all gonna cut off. And you'll get an indication here shortly. There it is. But ride quality is pretty good. Where this has been sitting, the tire pressures are a bit off. So I'm just getting a slight vibration coming through the steering wheel. But once all that's set up, I mean, it's below freezing today. So there's just a bit of an issue there, but I mean, nothing that making sure the tires are all the same pressure won't fix. But just a really smooth riding car. Now in this sport trim, just the way this is equipped, it's a tad high. Me personally, I would go with the premium luxury. I think the premium luxury is a phenomenal looking vehicle. It does feel more pristine than this, where this is a sport model. You would expect it to be sportier, but getting one of these without all the added features is really the way to go, because you're under 50 grand for a vehicle that drives fantastically, has great ride quality, great acceleration, great power. The 10-speed is fantastic in terms of how you can either drive it in tour mode or get those harder shifts in sport. And you just, for the money, again, I would go with the premium luxury, but if you like the way this looks better, you'll prefer this. I do like how everything is blacked out. But all in all, interiors are about the same, so all the controls look the same. And they did a really good job making sure that everything still had buttons, even though you have a screen up here that can control a lot of the stuff that's controlled down here. Now I want to give one more thank you to Cadillac of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this CT5 Sport today. I'll leave a link below in the description. And if you're looking to find the best price on one of these in your area or any new vehicle, click on that second link down below. It takes a minute to fill out the info, and I'll make sure that the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price. But all in all, I'm glad that Cadillac has kept this CT5 around, as a lot of manufacturers Namely, Lincoln has basically axed every luxury four-door car they have. I'm glad that Cadillac did not do the same. Even though most manufacturers are limiting their four-door cars, this feels right. This is something that I would drive. Now, I'd love to see an electrified version of one of these, maybe go for 70 grand, 75 grand, because I do think there is a market out there. And I'm only saying that because I don't know if they can get any cheaper, but if they could, that'd be even better. But all in all, good solid car ever since it came out in 2020. Just phenomenal what Cadillac did to just keep this four-door sedan relevant in today's market. But with all that being said, this is going to bring me to the end of my review of this 2025 Cadillac CT5 Sport.